visible, sir?
Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello. Anybody can hear me? Whether my voice is audible? Anyone can reply, please. Please, any participants?
Sir, audible, sir.
Hello.
Sir,
Audible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Subir, sir. Speaker has also, the resource person has also joined. Yes, sir.
sir, it is being posted or today only, sir?
Sir, we don't know the time, sir. Only the DST team will post that thing.
Only
Definitely today will be there. Today is the last date, now today will be there.
yes. Okay,
He
sir.
doesn't know the time.
Will be online and listening the whole session, sir.
I couldn't able to hear you. Between the sessions, they will post. I don't know whether which session. Up to 1 o'clock, time is there now. So between 9:30 to 1, they will post. Okay. Subir sir, are you able to hear me? Subir sir. Subir sir. Just wait a moment. There was some disturbance from the resource person. So very good morning to one and all. I hope we're all in the last day of the FDP program. So already I have sent the message through WhatsApp, even though people are not ready to join on time. I'm sorry to say, sir. Anyway, first of all, I have to thank the people who have joined here on time. So up to 1 o'clock, we are having the sessions today, like every day. Your certificate regarding and your attendance, everything will be posted before 1 o'clock by the team. So the organizers doesn't know the time when they will post. So please be alert. Once they posted, there is not a link. Just you have to type your name, which how it should be appear in your certificate. Your name, designation, department, college name. Only with that details, the certificate will be posted by them. Number one. Number two, all the participants, I hope all are ready with your feedback. After completing the session, we will have the feedback session. So just a minute, the resource person is calling. So sorry for the inconvenience. The resource person is joining. So you have to switch on your camera once the feedback session is started. One by one, you have to switch on your camera and you have to present your feedback for minimum 5 minutes. You know that every day it has been recorded. Only based on these two things and plus your attendance, These three are mandatory for your certificate. Number one, your feedback. Number two, your attendance for the whole 12 days. Number three, the certificate details which will be posted by the team. If you missed any one of these, we are sorry to inform you that your certificate will not be issued by them. Right? So please be aware of it and utilize it. I hope the resource person has joined now. Sir, where are able to hear me?
Very good morning. I am Subhaya.
Very good morning, sir. Dear
Is my audio?
participants.
Audio
Yes,
is.
sir.
Can you able to see me and
Yes,
audio is
sir.
good?
Yeah, there is some disturbance in the audio, but your video is good. Some noises are there, background noises are there.
Is it audible, sir?
Yes, sir, it's good. It's good.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm in Tiruvannamalai. There is a network connectivity issue, so I just wanted to have a small apology on this. Okay, today we will start with the last session of the business communication. So here I would like to, since it is just 45 minutes program, I wanted to go on to certain tips and certain important things you as an entrepreneur or a teacher and you need to know about it. Right. So when I talk about communication, we normally think about three things. The major one is what is the purpose that I am communicating, or what is that I wanted to download to my people, or what is that knowledge I want to share it to my people. So when I speak about communication, the first thing is we talk about the purpose, or I can say that is the goal of communication. Once the goal is identified, now the second step comes in. That is, we need to concentrate on the context, the subject that we are going to talk about, the subject that we are going to download. So first identifying the goal, then you know the context subject, and the third thing is you have to choose the mode of communication. If it is a small group of people, say 5 to 6 people are attending, so you can have a round table meeting type. If 100 people are going to attend, you can make it in a seminar hall. If the communication is going to be between 1 to 1, let it be straight across. So now you need to identify the mode of communication, whether it is orally, you are going to stand on the dais, speak to them, or you are going to sit opposite to him, speak to them. You need to identify what is the type of communication, the mode of communication you are going to use. When I talk about mode of communication, we normally classify into two different types. One is oral communication, what we have been doing all along. Another one is written communication. So if I know the goal of communication, then if I know the context of the communication, if I can choose the mode of communication perfectly, then my communication is being remembered forever. When I come to business communication, apart from this oral and written, we need to master certain skills. Even though the name suggests communication, you need to master certain skills. If I want to number it one by one, first thing is you should have a proper written communication. Normally we teach to students, we say when you talk in person or when you are in oral communication, the grammar is not so important. So we can here and there, we can avoid grammatical errors or we can do some kind of errors. But when we talk about, when we do that in terms of written, you need to follow the grammatical rules. Otherwise, the goal of the communication goes into task. The context might be misunderstood. If the mode of communication is not appropriate, the message or the crux, what you want to say, will not reach them. The purpose is to make the listener understand, or the purpose is to make the audience your idea. That means you need to be onto both, you should be in both line, or you should understand him and he should understand him, vice versa. So when we talk about that, understanding the same thing in the same sense. சொன்னதை சொன்னவாறு புரிந்து கொள்ளுதல், சொன்ன அர்த்தத்தோட. That's what I am trying to bring out here. So when you are appropriate in choosing the mode of communication, your delivery becomes remembrance. You will be remembered for a couple of years. The way you communicate, right? So I am talking about two things in brief. What is communication? That's what I told you. Second thing is I talked about business communication. Now I went into communication deeper one by one. Now coming back to the actual topic, the business communication. It involves both oral and written. But to understand, there is a fact you need to understand. The fact says any person who is working for 8 hours spends at least 60% of the time either by communicating orally or communicating through other channels. So the entire productivity of 8 hours, approximately 5 to 5.6 hours is being captured, utilized, or it is being invested in terms of communicating. So you have to make the students understand what is the importance of business communication, why we have been reiterating every time, so that when they become an employee or an entrepreneur, they also follow the same thing. So this is the overall introduction I just wanted to start with. What is communication, then business communication, then we are going to the next part. If there is any question, kindly put me into the chat box. I will try to reply. I'll go ahead. If there is any question, you can raise your hands also. When I talk about business communication, there are so many things. First thing is, you need to develop summarization skills. When I say summarization, every office involves data collection. Every office involves a set of papers to be understood before getting into the job. That is, we call it as process notes. When you come across process notes for hundreds of pages and you need to deliver it to the people, your downloaded, your subordinate people, you have to understand the crux. I talk about the word called context. Read all the 100 pages. Understand the crux or the essence of that 100 pages. Use your own language. Put it into a simple presentation. Deliver it to them so that they can understand. So the first skill we need to develop to be better business communicator is summarization skill. This you might have come across during your school time. There would have been an essay in English saying that write a short notes on, elaborate on your thought about the poet, write about the poetry in 2 lines. So we are making 100 pages into a readable, meaningful 6 to 7 pages. So if you know the skill, your communication becomes straight, to the point, and it will be so understandable so that the people will understand the essence or the crux of that entire content. Is it clear? So first skill in business communication is you need to practice summarization skill. So when I talk about summarization, I want to add up some 2-3 points. One point is, okay, 1 minute, just a minute. So when I talk about the summarization skill, I told you it is just an essence of all those things, right? Then you need to pay attention, or I can say active listening. Listening to understand is called active listening. புரிந்து கொள்வதற்காக காது கொடுத்து கேட்பது. That is called active listening. If you are an active listener, you can easily understand the core subject or the crux, then put it onto paper or oral. So we need to develop this summarization skill. Here, when you summarize, you have to observe. I told you about active listening. Now I am talking you to observe. Observe in the sense, whenever there is an important point, you need to read, you need to understand, you need to make it perfect, and that is the core point. You take a note. You have to take down the notes. If you don't take the notes, then there is no point in summarizing, because சொல்ல வேண்டிய விஷயத்தை, which is more important, we will try to forget. So when you do a summary skill, what you have to do is you have to take the notes, observe the notes, and deliver it. Let me complete it by saying what is going to be the benefit of summarization skill. Number one point is it saves time. You need not write, send it to him, let him understand it, let him give a reply to you. No. If you summarize, it saves time and it also clarifies if there is any misunderstanding. So that is one advantage. Second advantage is, when summarization is practiced and used, the audience will know the next step of action. அடுத்து நாம் என்ன செய்ய போகிறோம்? That next step will come into picture. They will understand the next steps. You can add up this empathy skill. When I say empathy, it is like understanding the other people's emotion, feeling that you are also on the same line. If he is not well, having some health issues, when you go and talk to him, you have to feel as if you had that health issue. You know what is the pain he is taking it. You should know how much he is suffering right now. Then you can understand that person better. So empathy is nothing but understanding the other people's emotions and behaving accordingly. If he is disturbed, in an angry mode, if you have empathy, just go to him and try to convince him the way he accepts sometimes. So it is always better. We talk about this empathy benefits. Whenever you have this summarization skill, you can gain respect. The meaning is, the words what you use necessarily goes into their mind and they try to give a respect to it. Because whenever you summarize the entire crux, yadu mukyam, what is so important, that words will give you respect and the person will have confidence in you, so that you become a better business communicator. And next point I want to bring it here is, when you know summarization skill, the goal of communication can be reached 100%. Even to the last person who is coming late to the meeting or who is joining in between, having some other telephonic call in between. He left the meeting for some very important purpose. When you summarize, make it short, to the point. You gain respect, the audience gain confidence, they will understand the next course of action. So the goal of communication is reached. So my simple suggestion is, before you get into business communication training to your trainees or the entrepreneurs, just go through the summarization skill, practice it for 1 or 2 times with a real-time example, and you can give them the essence. If any question is there, kindly ask me the question, I will correct it. Now I want to take you to the next one. So any questions? I think there is no sheet.
You can continue.
Can I go on, sir?
Sir, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Right. The next most important skill when you are into business communication, the second skill that you need to have it. Is there any idea? Can anyone tell me what is so important for business communication? Anything?
Any participant?
Huh?
Please reply. Please answer the question.
Maybe anything which comes to your mind, Once you are through with the summarization skill, the business communication involves both oral and written. And most of the time, as I told you, 5.6 hours, that is almost 60% of the time, the employee or the businessman spends on communication. Please remember this point, I have said 3 times. This next step after summarization skill is, you need to have a oral spoken skill to conduct a meeting, because very often we try to meet people, talk to them, meet them and make them work for us. So that's a different issue. If you know how to make the other people work for you, then your communication has reached that goal. Understand that. So when I say speaking orally to a person, meeting a person, meetings are of different types. So when I talk about meeting, there are certain points to be followed. One is, what is the subject I am going to talk about? What is the subject I am going to talk about in that meeting? That should be the first one. Second one is, if you know the type of audience, if the audience know the subject little bit, now you can go to the point straight away. If the audience are new to the subject, you need to set up the stage so that the fresh audience or the freshers or who are not aware of this policy, you need to start from the scratch. So whenever you start from the scratch, you need to build up that story, why this happened and what is the evaluation process and what he is going to talk in terms of meeting and what is going to be the outcome of the meeting or what is the expectation of the meeting has to be understood. So first point is, what is the purpose of meeting? Second point is, if the person knows that he has some knowledge, you go to the point. If the person is fresh, new, not aware, then you have to start from the scratch. Third thing is, whenever you are in meeting, schedule the meeting in such a way that if the delivery subject is going to be 40 minutes, break that 40 minutes into different minutes. First, for example, first 2 minutes introducing the speaker. Next 2 minutes, introducing the subject. Next, we continue with the subject. Break down the subject into 4 or 5 parts. On completing the subject part 1, stop there, ask for questioning. When you ask Q&A, the people will give some answer. From that answer you can understand, okay, he has understood the subject properly. He has not understood it right. So you can do a course correction. Otherwise, after 40 minutes of the meeting, if the participant says, I didn't understand, the purpose of meeting becomes zero or it becomes nullified. So my idea is, whenever you have a meeting for say 40 minutes, plan your time, schedule your time. 1 minute for introduction, 1 minute or 2 minutes for the subject introduction, then break the subject into many parts. After completion of one part, ask them questions, make them reply answer, or make them to take down the notes. Then, once the entire download is over, the topic is being completed, now you have a small discussion with them. I am not telling about question and answer. Just go to them one by one slowly, have a word with them, just have a small talk. Have you understood? You want me to say, you want me to clarify? So once they are done, go back to the main point, do a recap. That's what I told you about summary, having a recap of all those points. So once this is being done, the purpose, the audience, the time duration, and the feedback or Q&A along with the feedback. So once you have got the feedback and you know that, okay, the meeting was attended by 31 people, excluding the speaker and the coordinator, 29 people, almost 20 people have understood the topic, which means majority of the audience have noted, have understood. So the things will go on little smooth. You can identify the people who are not completely into that session. You can go and meet them, have a one-on-one discussion, make them little or make them more clarity. So this comes into effect. So second thing is meetings. You should know how to conduct meetings. So okay. Before meeting, there is some skill which is again a business communication skill that you as a trainer, teacher and entrepreneur, you should know it, and you need to download it to your students and the entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs. That is called agenda. If you know how to write an agenda for the upcoming meeting, I discussed about meeting previously. Now I am going forward and saying you need to understand what is agenda. Agenda is nothing but what is the subject that you are going to talk about. That is what is called agenda. Okay. When you write agenda, you need to have different systems. One is you need to tell them the subject, what you are going to discuss. Number one. Number two, you need to tell them the date, month, and you need to give the time. If it is 4 o'clock, you have to specify 4 a.m., 5 a.m., or you need to say 4 p.m., 5 p.m. So once you have defined the subject, the date, the month, the time, and whether it is forenoon session or afternoon session, the people will have a clear idea, okay, today I have a meeting. Okay, 20th November 2023, Monday, 4 p.m. That means Meeting is going to happen after 4, starting from 4. So you give the clarity. Now you come to the agenda of the meeting. What is going to be discussed in the meeting? So I told you, introduce the speaker, by whom, yaar panna pora. Introduce the topic, by whom. Then the speaker will take through the topics. Then there will be a Q&A session. Then there will be some kind of oneness among all the people, sharing the feedback. Then the meeting completes. Everyone go back to their work. Okay. I told you sometime back. 20 people have understood. Some people are not properly understood or still having some doubts, need some clarity. So now there is another skill which is part of business communication. You need to master it. That is called minutes of meeting. The same thing what is written in agenda has to be written. Then you need to specify the point minute by minute. For example, 60 minutes, 10 minutes speaker is speaking. During the 10 minutes, what is the important point the speaker delivered? That should be there. For example, 20th November 2023, 4 p.m. discussion on how to conduct the event. Product launch. Now, you need to tell them, we are going to discuss about product launch. 20th November 2023 year, 4 p.m. Now tell them who are all the participants. Because in any business organization, there will be different people, department people. When I say department, it could be marketing, it could be sales, it could be HR, it could be into implementation team, it could be into designing team. So all the people collected, put together, they work for common goal of the company. So the idea here is, invite all the department people, make sure they attend it. Now you have specified who are all going to be the participants. Now the other people will know, okay, I have a question for marketing team, let the manager come, let me ask a question. He will have something. Okay, I need to appreciate the HR for doing this event. Let the HR manager come, let me do an appreciation. So everybody will have their own thought process. They will bring it to that meeting and they will deliver it. So prepare an agenda, keeping in mind date, month, time, afternoon, forenoon, subject, who are all the participants, who is going to be the guest lecture. Now you define the time, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. We are going to introduce 3 new joinees. So for one joinee, it will take 1 minute, 3 minutes. 2 people are going on retirement. We need to felicitate them. So that program will go for 5 minutes. Then we'll have a high tea for 12 minutes. So develop this. So business communication is not only speaking, not only writing, it involves some other skill also. So first one, you should know how to write the agenda. Now you should know how to conduct the meeting. Then you should know how to write the minutes of meeting. What happened? What has been discussed? Henceforth, in 2024 and 2025 financial year, we are going to introduce this system. 2024 to 2025, we are going to remove this system. Any XYZ, for example, biometric has been introduced and old attendance manual has been removed. So takeaways, key takeaways has to be noted so that it becomes the first step. Then the action follows along with the minutes of meeting. So any questions, kindly do ask me right now. Then I can go to the next topic and complete it. Any questions?
Dear participants, any questions?
If not, we can go on. That's not an issue.
We can move on. I think.
Okay, thank you, sir. One second.
Mohammed Fasil sir. No, sir, you can go on.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is there any
Sir,
questions
good
there?
morning, sir. Your presentation is very good, sir. We have understand a
Okay.
lot, and we have
Okay.
some doubts, sir. Actually, some employees are not aligned with our company goals and management goals. So, misaligned employee and company goals. These kind of people, how will you bring these kind of people to our streamline, sir?
Okay. When you say you have a alignment problem with the employees, with for example 10 employees, 5 are aligned, 5 are having different opinions, viewpoints. So that the address issues can be addressed by having monthly meeting. In monthly meeting you can discuss about the positivity which has been brought by the employees and indirectly telling them other people to bring the positivity. So I am not blaming anyone. I am just trying to bring out the positivity shown by the other employees so that the employee who has not shown it will be interested to learn. That is one thing. Second thing is we
Okay.
need to align the employee for so long. So we need to have a multiple trainings. See, normally an input is given in the morning and the output is measured in the evening in terms of sales. But when it is an official issue, you can give input once in a month and you can compare the output in the month end. So this process has to be continuous till you get the desired outcome. This is second thing. Third thing is you need to educate people to bring out the non-compliance. Compliance na enna? There are set of policies, rules and regulations everyone has to follow. If somebody is not following, I will not be aware that who is not following. If I have a system called whistleblower, a compliance, a grievance mechanism, wherein the other staff can write down his point of view and send it to you. Now his identity will not be revealed at all. So during the next meeting, we call it as town hall meeting once in a month. So once in a month there will be a town hall meeting where the issue will be discussed, but the issue will be discussed without pointing any people, showing them any people or pointing any people by name or pointing them towards. We tell, welcome to the town hall meeting. We will be discussing about the positive implementations and we need to appreciate certain people. So you appreciate one or two people, then you have to say, we have still some challenges. The challenges are still remaining and we need to work out some kind of device, some kind of agreement, oneness. Then we need to move on. You discuss the problem here, ask the people to write down solutions, do a brainstorming activity, give them paper and pen, ask them to put in ideas, gather all the ideas, try to implement one by one. So the non-aligned or unaligned who are having ethically different views will come one by one. And sometimes you need to sack them so that the company becomes good. So we have to go moderate, we have to go extreme. Both the cases has to be followed. Thanks for asking the question, sir.
Okay,
The
thank you, sir.
last
Thank
skill
you,
I
sir.
want to teach you is, or I want to make you understand the importance here is, one second. We talk about email writing. So email writing is one such important topic wherein you need to put in lot of effort because the emails become evident. It speaks million, the word might be single, but it gives million viewpoints. I may read it differently, someone might read it differently, the meaning could be hundreds. So while writing or coining a email, you need to follow this. What is the intent you are writing this mail? The intent, நோக்கம் என்ன அப்படின்னு தெரியணும். You need to know the intent. If you know the intent, you can easily draft the content. எதை பற்றி பேச போறோம். The content should be, there is only one rule. The content should address only one core issue or one particular topic. Don't gradually, don't increase 5-10 topics. Share only one topic. For example, in a company where your trainees join, there is something called introduction mail. If a new joinee comes to the company HR, they practice something called as intro mail. So the new joinee's photo will be published along with his education, along with his experience, and there will be some kind of achievement. Then there will be a welcome note by all the people. Now it will become a global mail so that everyone will know so and so has joined our company in this designation. Now what happens? People automatically share their wishes. Then these people know, okay, this guy is good. Then next point is, you know the intent, you know the content. Now you know you should raise only one point, and when you start raising that point, go with the positive. Then go with the expectation. What is that you wanted to, you want other people to follow or do it? Set the expectation. Then introduce the process. Once the process introduction is completed, process briefing is completed, come back and say, I am looking forward for everyone to cooperate. And now give a email, or you can introduce the person who is ready to answer these questions. Say, if there is any questions, if there is any question, if there is any query, they can reach out this person, and this person is responsible so that this person will answer. So intent, content. Now you are going to talk about the context, the subject, introduce about the problem or the system, talk about the process, then come back to the last line. You need to tell them, okay sir, clarity, contact this person. Then you wish everyone grand success. Then add a note, if anyone is having any ideas, valuable suggestions, they can contact the under mentioned mail. So everything is put together and you get an overall idea. So you need to practice this writing email because that's a part of communication skill. So with this, I would like to thank everyone for being, they told me it is up to 10:15. I have taken a little bit extra time, and please kindly adjust. I am in a dark room where normally the power failure is there.
No
thank
issues.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Police sir, thank you so much, and Narasimha sir, thank you so much. That PPT has been ready. I will send it tomorrow, sir.
Okay,
Narasimha sir, Nedinjalian sir, sorry, and Kannan sir. Last time I promised I will send that. I made every PPT ready. I will send it tomorrow, sir. Today I have a festival, our own festival here in Tiruvannamalai. Tomorrow I will be free, so I will send you the content by tomorrow, sir.
No issues, sir. No issues, sir. Thank you so much. Any queries from the participants?
You can share my mobile. If there is any thing, they can contact me through that, through WhatsApp. I can reply them.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Any queries?
Okay. So if there is no questions, I want to thank everyone, all the participants, Dr. Anboli sir. I want to thank Kannan sir, Nedinjalian sir, and other people. We'll meet in some other time, and I'll try to share my knowledge maximum possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Dear participants, the
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Dear participants, the next speaker is ready. If anyone is interested to introduce the chief resource person? Anyone? It's already posted in the WhatsApp group. Anyone is interested to introduce the next resource person?
ma'am.
Narasimhan sir, here WhatsApp report, just you can go ahead.
Yes,
Narasimhan
sir.
sir, thank you. Just I will give the title and everything, then you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Sadayapan Subramanian sir.
Yes, sir.
A very good morning, sir. Very good morning, sir. This is Dr.
Yes.
Angoli from Mannar Tirumala College, sir. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yes, sir. Happy to get connected, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Shall we proceed, sir?
Yes, sir. We can start,
Yeah,
sir.
very
Hope
good
my
morning.
audio is audible to you.
Excellent, sir. Your audio is excellent. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, dear participants, now we will move on to the next session, that is legal formalities in an enterprise. The resource person is Mr. Sadayapan Subramanian. I call upon Mr. Narasimhan sir to introduce the resource person.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Myself, Dr. B. Narasimha. It is a great privilege for me to introduce the resource person of the day, Mr. Sadayappa Subramaniam. Sir is an entrepreneur, mentor, and startup speaker. And as far as his entrepreneurship and experience is concerned, Sir is a compliance officer of Bright Corporate Solutions Private Limited. And also, Sir is a partner for Auditor Works. And also, Sir is the co-founder for My Funds, which is a fintech startup company. And Sir is the co-founder of Oh My Chicken. So these are the Sir's entrepreneurship and experience. Sir's area of interest, it falls under mentoring startups and to bring new initiatives to Tirunelveli and nearby districts. Sir has been in the forums and roles which includes Vice President of Ini Arithnai and then Secretary of JCI Tirunelveli, and Sir is the convener of Digital Law Tirunelveli. To his credits, Sir has achieved many things, which includes the Chairman of Students' Council at St. Xavier College for academic year 2012-13 and BNI Nellai Herbs Award and BNI Young Achievers Award. And Sir has obtained a JCI Outstanding LOM Officer Award, and he also received Mentor at a Startup from 2022 onwards. Sir special mentions: he is a mentor at a Google Hackathon, mentor startup of Tenkasi, and also Sir is the guest of honor and the keynote speaker of National Seminar on Startups in India, Opportunities and Challenges, which is organized by the Corporate Secretaryship at St. Xavier College, Palayam Kotai. Sir is the mentor of Startup TN Kumari Hackathon, and Sir is the speaker or RYLE, which is the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards Batch 27. So, with this small note, it is my immense privilege and honor to introduce the chief guest. Sir, stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much for the warm and fabulous invite. Good morning, everyone. Aishwarya, if you're connected, can you just share the screen? Yeah, go and put the first slide, and just slide. Yeah, click on slideshow. F5. And good morning, all. So I'm not in office at the moment due to an immediate situation. So I have my team on backup, and they'll be assisting on this. In case of any network issue or something, my team will be on backup, and they'll be explaining the concepts. And I will also be there by the doing the things. Click on F5. Yeah, first from beginning. Click from beginning, Aishwarya. FI, just click on FI. It will come to full screen. Uh,
No issues, sir.
okay, right, sure. Okay. I think there is a, yeah, it is available to them, but
Yes.
for us, it is not in our screen. It is not visible. In their screen, it is on full screen.
Visible, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, right. Just
Okay. Thank you, sir.
okay, right, everyone. Yeah, right. Okay. Today we'll be discussing about the legal formalities which are being formulated and which has been regularly followed up by an enterprise. So first, before going on to the keynote session, I would like to just discuss about the different types of entities first, because these will be giving a groundbreaking reality on what all the different types of entities and what will be there. So as lecturers, as faculties, you'll be able to educate your students on better understanding about these core concepts. So first, I'll be touching up on those area, and please move on to the next slide, Aishwarya. Yes. First, okay. So what we prepared is we prepared just this like a comparison itself, so that it will be one is a traditional method what it has been followed so far, and one is the new method which is being followed up right now. So I just want a glimpse of both, so that it will be a groundbreaking reality. So that's why I just want to give on both. And first and foremost, sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is a well-known thing which is more prevalent in India, more prevalent in Tamil Nadu. We have seen a lots and lots of entrepreneurs who just take up registration as a sole proprietor. I am the proprietor of my organization. I am the single owner. I am the single authority. I don't have anyone else taking up the power. Or I don't have anyone else giving up a profit share or anything. So this is the most prevalent thing which you all know. A sole proprietorship, which was done early on. So entities, so they have to bear all the profits, they have to bear all the liabilities as well. So it's run by a single person only. There is no legal distinction between owner and his business. So they both are the same. Just in case if you are taking a GST for a proprietorship, also means it will be. It lies up only with the proprietor's PAN number only. So there won't be a separate PAN for proprietorship, and we'll be taking up the PAN of proprietor only, and that is how the proprietorship is done. Next thing, the second thing, which I think it will be a very new thing, or else some might be aware of it, which is a one-person company. A one-person company is nothing more than just a minimal version of a private limited company. If you have seen a private limited having two shareholders or two directors or many number of people in it, but whereas one-person company, there can be a one shareholder, one director in this. So what this one-person company does is that you need to apply for this, just like how we do it in a private limited company. We have to take it up at the MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. We'll be discussing on this, and we will be taking this up on MCA itself. And one-person company is obviously a single ownership is only been there. For better understanding, can I take it up bilingual, sir? For in Tamil also, will that be convenient to everyone?
Sir, some people are from other states, Delhi, Dehradun.
Okay, sir. No, it will be bilingual only, not just in Tamil alone. It will be bilingual. Just from people from other state, just excuse me for just the next 2 minutes, because I'll be just discussing about this core concept in Tamil as well. So what I'll be doing is ஒன்றும் இல்லைங்க. ப்ரொப்ரைட்டர்ஷிப் எல்லாருக்குமே நல்லாவே தெரியும். ப்ரொப்ரைட்டர்ஷிப் எங்கே போனாலும் ப்ரொப்ரைட்டர்னு எல்லாரும் கார்ட்லையுமே பார்த்துருப்பீங்க, பிஸ்னஸ் கார்ட்ஸில் இது எல்லாமே வந்து இருக்கும். பட் ஆனால் ஒன் பர்சன் கம்பெனிங்கிறது பெருசாக இருக்காது. இந்த ஒன் பர்சன் கம்பெனிங்கிறது அந்த அதே மாதிரி தான், சிங்கிள் ஷேர் ஹோல்டர், சிங்கிள் டைரக்டர், இவங்க தான் வந்து இருப்பாங்க. இவங்க தான் வந்து எல்லாமே எடுத்து போட்டு வந்து செய்வாங்க. சரிங்களா? ஸோ இவங்க தான் வந்து எல்லாமே எடுத்து போட்டு எல்லாமே செய்வாங்க. ஸோ இதில் வந்து அதே மாதிரி ஒரே ஷேர் ஹோல்டர் தான் இருப்பாங்க, ஒரே டைரக்டர் தான் வந்து இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ அவங்க வந்து இதை கம்பெனிஸ் ஆக்ட் 2013 நம்ம வந்து ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணியிருப்போம். அண்ட் லயபிலிட்டி வந்து அதே மாதிரி டு ஷேர்ஸ் இன்வெஸ்டர் வந்து தான். ஸோ வழக்கமாக ஒரு பிரைவேட் லிமிடெட் கம்பெனி இருக்குது, ஒரு ஏபிசி டெக்னாலஜிஸ் பிரைவேட் லிமிடெட் இருக்குது அப்படின்னா, ஒன் பர்சன் கம்பெனி இருப்போ ஏபிசி டெக்னாலஜிஸ் ஓபிசி பிரைவேட் லிமிடெட். That will be the only difference to it. This also single person வந்து இது இருக்கும். But directors, as you all know, director வந்து shareholder and director can be different persons in a company. It is not compulsory to be the same person in a company. So they can be different person. இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இப்போ ஒரு கம்பெனி வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றாங்க, ஒரு அம்மா ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றாங்க, அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு 3 kids இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா, the 3 kids can be directors, and the single person, her mom, can alone be the shareholder of that company. இப்படி ஒரு private limited 1% company private limited வரும்போது என்ன ஒரு main advantage or privilege is that they'll be getting a separate PAN number. As a as we all know, company is an artificial person as per law. Okay, just like how two people are standing there, company will also be there. It has a separate PAN number, it has a separate Aadhaar number, UDM, which we mentioned, UDM. It has a GST and all what all is regularly followed up for a single person. It is also applicable to a company as well. So அந்த மாதிரி scenario, 1% company is being there. Lots and lots of freelancers, you all are aware of, freelancers are taking up this 1% company, because this 1% company is a kind of a complaints free thing. Because whereas in a two director private limited company, there are a lot of complaints with based to meetings with for resolution draft resolution making and everything. But here it's just only one person who has the ultimate authority. Unless the board has two or more directors in it, the complaints will be a bit heavy for the board meetings. But whereas in a shareholder meeting, it is just a single person, and there is no much of complaints required, and people can be doing it as well. What we do here in 1% company, along with the registration itself, there will be an option for a nominee. So we'll be applying along with the nominee's details also. In case the proposed shareholder or director has passed away during his tenure, so the nominee will take over his position, and he can operate it and take it up in further level. So that is the one kind of an advantage in 1% company. So proprietorship is a kind of a traditional method, and 1% company is the modernized method. This 1% company can be converted into a limited liability partnership or private limited as and when required, as may be decided by the board or the shareholder himself. Okay. So this is a kind of 1% company. And moving on to next slide, please, Aishwarya. Okay. So next slide. This is also another comparison. Partnership and a limited liability partnership. So this also partnership is the age-old traditional method, as you all know, Indian Partnership Act 1932. As and when we say partnership itself, that act comes into mind, because it's been there around 90 plus years right now. So this is an age-old act which has been run up, and this act and the regulations differ from state to state, because it's a state government regulated thing most for registration purposes. We'll be applying PAN with the central, as like we do it for each and every one. Just like individuals how we apply for PAN, this partnership also will be applying for PAN card for each and every one. So that's what we'll be doing. So this will be registered under India Partnership Act 1932. Registration can be optional. What I'm trying to say is, whether you can just take up a PAN card and you can go on with the GST and make it as an unregistered partnership, and we can also run business. Or else, if you want it to if you want that partnership deed or agreement to get registered with the state government, also you can do. So you'll be able to register to the registrar of firms, just like how we have registrar of our lands and trusts and everything. Registrar of firms will be handling this partnership and everything. Whereas the other side, limited liability partnership. On a simple terms, what I will say is, for partnership and limited liability partnership, partnership is kind of a feature phone. So why we need a phone? A basic level. I need a phone only for to make calls. I need a phone only for a flashlight. I need a phone only for calculator. These kind of basic things will be covered up under partnership. Whereas limited liability partnership is a smartphone. Okay, so this is a bit more flexible. You can bring in some investments also in limited liability partnership. Startup India registration, consider limited liability partnership as a viable model. So Startup India registration, as you all are aware of, so as a viable model, and limited, and this LLP has a bit of cost effective compared to private limited or public limited companies. LLP is a kind of cost effective thing, and there is no partners can be limited, no partner limit. Minimum two partners need to be there for forming an LLP. So that's the main thing. So, and with regards to LLP registration, yesterday night only we got another one LLP approved as well. So with regards to LLP registration, first and foremost process is the name. So name of the LLP, what we are proposing, we need to apply it with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs website in the LLPs tab. So we need to apply it, and once the government cross checks with all the other LLPs or anything else, so they'll be providing us with the name availability. If in case the name is a bit of it is similar to some other names, or else it's a kind of replicating some other names, means the government orders to bring in an NOC and use the same some name For example, just today morning we received a mail. We applied for a name. We applied for a. I'll explain this with a practical scenario itself. We applied for Electrica OPC Private Limited for one company. For a name registration, we just applied it. Okay. So what happened is there is another one company registered Electrica. This what we applied was Electrica, ELECTRICCA. So this is what we applied. There is another one company with the same phonetically same, but spelling wise it's different. ELECTRECA. Okay, ICCA and ECA. They both are phonetically same, so they can't be similar. Or else, if you want to apply with this name, get an NOC from that already first applied Electrica, ELECTRECA company, and you just submit the same. We'll be able to approve the name. So this was what replied. So just think of it, just for a name, how much they are looking out right now, because the government doesn't want to take up any kind of legal conflicts or legal consequences in the future, just with regards to name itself. So they are looking at this up in a very different matter or a different tone. So this is what is being done, and Electrica, this is the live example what we experienced today morning, and we are yet to inform the client to change the name to something else. So that's what we do. And so procedure for LLP would be obtaining a DSC, and next choosing the name, and we have to file the form for incorporation of LLP. And once the gets approved, we need to draft the LLP agreement, and then we need to obtain a certificate of incorporation will be issued. Along with the certification of incorporation, the PAN number and TAN number is also getting issued right now, which is a much more friendlier process than before. Along with the name application, along with the company registration application will be also issuing this. So this is much more effective one. Okay. And moving on to next slide. Aishwarya, next slide. Yes, yes. Aishwarya, can you handle this for just 2 minutes alone? Can you just start with this? Aishwarya?
Can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, just for 2 minutes to just manage it. I'll be just back. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Aishwarya here. I'll be taking over the place of Sadaipan sir. And now we are can everybody view the PPT slides?
Yes, ma'am, you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. As sir said earlier, we are now moving on to private limited and public limited differentiation. And we all know like companies, right? They are classified into private limited and public limited. Private limited is mostly owned by private parties. Like we can personally form the companies as we like, and the members will be added as per our wish. It won't be applied to the general public. Like not everybody can be a shareholder in this company, and the minimum shareholders will be two. Only 2 persons can join. From the 2 persons can join the private limited company, and it can go up to 200 people. That's the maximum limit of having shareholders in a private limited company. But in public limited company, it will be unlimited, as any general public can subscribe to the shares of the public limited company. So apart from shareholders, the directors of the private limited company will be limited to minimum 2 members and maximum 15. And as you can see, the public limited will be maximum is unlimited because of the shares are subscribed of the general public. And similar to the LLP, it is applied in the MCA portals, and the process of applying the companies will be little bit similar, but there will be minor and variations like MOA, AOA, and the legal documents will be varied compared to LLP and the private limited and public limited. And to start a public limited company, you can start with a 1 lakh of authorized share capital, but the private limited company, you can only initiate the company registration from 5 lakh minimum if the authorized capital is 5 lakh. But similar, other than that, the process will be a little bit similar, but the forms will be varying. Like you have to obtain DSE, DIN, and spicy forms. But compared to LLP, it will be a little bit different. Okay, everybody, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, your voice is audible. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Aishwarya, I can take it up right now. Aishwarya?
Sure.
I can take it up. Thank you for supporting and thank you for supporting Aishwarya. Thank you. And with regards to private limited registration, as Aishwarya clearly mentioned, private limited is kind of a closed doors company. So not everyone can be a shareholder unless the invitation to subscribe has been given out by the directors of the board, or else it has been intended by a shareholder or something. So regularly we carry out a lot of private limited company based workings as well. So, so this is what is being done in a private limited company. And whereas in a private limited company, people what they do is they just register the same process like LLP. What we mentioned, the first process would be the name registration of the company, and the next process will be the registration application process, and whatever it's been going on and going and furthermost. Uh, and and what else would be the process in this is the name application. After that, director name application will be done by the company's end, and after that, what we will do is we will just proceed on with the company registration application. In that company registration application, we will be quoting out the authorized capital. As you all know, authorized capital is the ceiling limit. Just like how we just apply for a building approval limit, if you are planning to go on for 2 or 3 more floors to build in your area, the same scenario applies for companies as well. Okay, so we will be applying initially with the authorized capital. Maybe a company has an authorized capital for 10 lakhs, and eventually they have an amount of only 1 lakh which can be invested in this company. Means what they will do is they'll be investing this 1 lakh into the company. Okay, so they'll be investing this 1 lakh, and this will be considered as a subscribed capital. And you might be aware of the what journals and ledgers and entries which are necessary to pass on this transaction. So initially they will be applying with that paid up capital once the company gets registered. And next level, once the company gets registered, another one thing what we are getting up right now is commencement of business. Yes, commencement of business also certainly strict certification which needs to be applied and granted to the company within 180 days of the company's incorporation. So what we'll be just adding on to this is that in that along with that once the company gets registered, and if the shareholders have, as I mentioned earlier, that subscribe around 1 lakh of amount means, so what will be the total number of shares at each share rate? So we'll be each shareholder from their individual savings account, they'll be investing the same into the company. And for example, if there are two shareholders means, and for 1 lakh investment, they have planned around 50,000 each means each shareholder has to invest 50,000 into the company. That may be a 100 rupee share, that may be a 10 rupee share, and that is up to the company to decide it. Okay, so and this is what happens. Whereas in case of a public limited company, the minimum number of shareholders is 7. Okay, 7. Whereas in a private limited company, it can be done with 2 people, and for a 1-person company, it can only 1 person is itself enough, more than enough. Okay, for a private limited company, 2 people, and for a public limited company, we can have up to 7. Okay, 7 shareholders, and we need three directors. Okay, 3 directors. We need 3 directors to get the company registered. So we need 3 directors. Public limited company has a bit of more compliances comparatively to a private limited company. In a public limited company, uh, we can invite public to subscribe to the shares on one big condition. On one condition is that uh, we need to get the company listed. Aishwarya, move on to the next slide so that the concept what I'm trying to explain will be much more easier to them. No. Okay. I think I have removed it. Okay. Previous slide. Remove that slide, I think. Previous slide. Okay. So for in case of public limited, there are 2 types of companies. Okay. For public limited, there are 2 types of companies. One is unlisted public company. just like how I said in partnership, there is unregistered partnership and registered partnership. In public limited company, there are also two types. One is unlisted public company, and another thing is a listed public company. Okay, this unlisted public company, what they won't be listing their shares in the to the share market. You are all aware of National Stock Exchange as well as Bombay Stock Exchange, NSE and BSE. These companies which are listed on there will be having a separate set of DMAT regulation, LODR regulations, listing regulations will be there for them. For unlisted company, there won't be that kind of regulations. Only the regular filings which are insisted by MCA and income tax or whatever departments does only apply. Whereas for listed company, the compliance is pretty much heavy. They have to provide the shareholders report, board report in their websites itself. They have to they have to get approval from the public, since public will also be the shareholders in that company. They would also need to get approval from them for any kind of an approval to sort out any approvals and everything. So I just gave a touch up to you on different types of entities. First one was the sole proprietorship and the one-person company. Next one was the partnership and the limited liability partnership. And third one is private limited as well as public limited company. And in public limited, we have two options, listed and unlisted. So these are different things. So these are business making models so far what I have suggested you. Apart from this also there are different types of entities. There is a joint Hindu family, or else there would be AOP, body of individuals, association of persons, body of individuals. Uh, that also will be there. And apart from that, what we will do is trust, as you all know, trust. And just like how partnership, proprietorship has been upgraded to one-person company and limited liability partnership, trust has also been upgraded to Section 8 company. Yes. For example, for IPL, as you all know, IPL is a Section 8 company, so they won't be paying any tax to the government. Yes, seriously, IPL is not paying any tax to the government. You know how much IPL is making turnover and everything, but IPL is not paying any tax to the government because they are promoting a sport. That's how they just got it registered, and that's how they got it tax exempted and everything. So they won't be paying anything as a tax, but people who are receiving amounts from them need to pay their individual income taxes and everything. And they'll be paying GST. GST for all their services, what they charge, they'll be paying it, and that is mandate. But for income tax, direct tax, it is not a mandate. Okay, so that is the latest version, and I've also given a real lifetime example of IPL. So you can also Google and see, does IPL pay income tax? You can see a lot of blogs. IPL doesn't pay income tax because of this reason, because of this provision. So that is will be there. So that will be much more. And move on to next slide. Ashwin.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
There is a
Yes.
question in the chat box.
Yes. Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Sir, I'm unable to view any questions.
Kannan sir, just I will ask the participants. Dr. Kannan sir. Dr. Kannan sir.
Sir, sir, tell me, sir.
Sir, you can ask your question. You can ask the question because the resource person was not.
Being invigilator of an examination call that I am unable to ask the questions by speaker. So that's why
No
I have
problem.
given my.
On behalf of you, let me read the question.
Yes,
Already
yes,
I
sir.
have given.
That will be better, sir. Yes, yes, sir. Please
Yeah.
to carry on, sir. Understand.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep getting your speech, but unable to give you interact with you by speaker.
No issue, sir. No issue, sir.
No,
We'll.
I will read. I will read the question
Yes,
on
sir. Yes,
behalf
sir.
of you, sir. Kannan sir. No
Yes.
issue.
Thank you. Thank you.
So he is asking, LLP is meant for limited liability partnership or legal liability partnership. Out of the above two, which one is correct, sir?
LLP is meant for limited liability partnership, sir. Limited liability partnership. There is an act named Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008 itself. LLP is has limited liability partnership. The main difference between a limited liability partnership and a normal partnership is that limited liability cannot, when a company gets liable for the company has become insolvent when they are unable to pay any dues or something. So what the liquidators do is they will be able to liquidate the assets of the company. Okay, whereas in a partnership or else something else, they can also touch up their personal assets of the partners or directors or shareholders. So that is the case of unlimited liability so far. So government got took note of it, and they just made options for limited liability partnership, whereas the company will only become liable and personal assets of the official office bearers won't be confiscated on any hands. but in modern days, what recently happens is people take up a loan on behalf of the company. During the loan itself, they also attach a document for personal guarantee. When that personal guarantee comes, obviously they are liable to take out our personal assets as well. So that is the latest regulation, and many of them won't be much aware of it. But all the banks take up personal guarantee while the company takes up the loan as well. Personal guarantee of the signing authorities mainly, and on the other directors who authorized the loan process. So that will be the main thing. Okay. So I
Again,
hope.
another question
Yeah.
here, Dr. Kannan sir asked. Uh,
Mm,
one man shareholder of an organization, and
mm.
after his tenure, the nominee can take the charges without any problem. But
Yes, sir.
whereas
Yes, sir.
of the
Mm,
same, if it is supported to be a public shareholders company like the crowded funds method, then if there are some person alone are made themselves as a LLP, and if not giving provision to make other partners to become a LLP, in this situation, what will happen to the rest of the partners who are not the LLP? Then how can we continue the same, sir? Is there any possibility for getting the proper solution from such complex situations? What would be the
uh,
impacts to the respective person who is exploited by the person who registered himself alone as LLP? Very vast question.
That's a wonderful question, sir. That's a wonderful question. And so I can very well understand it. So when the other persons who are not much aware of it or else much educated about this thing, and one person who are aware of it have shifted over to a LLP model. So what can be done on a better note is that this is a kind of a legal decision, and it needs to be taken up to the court or something. Or else, if you have signed, or else if you have signed some documentations or something unaware of the forthcoming situations, then nothing can be done. Mainly, while authorizing any resolution at any company, they will be signing it on behalf of the board only. So the board has given the power, or the directors have authorized the so and so resolution for this person to take up this initiative or else to represent the company in so and so matters. So this is the main situation. What happens? Okay. And in your particular case, what I would suggest is that, sir, this needs to be taken up to as a court case, and they will be looking on to this, sir. So you can take it up in that way, and that can be done, but not much more favorable. What favorable judgment can be expected, because a director or a partner needs to educate themselves, just like every business owner should get educated in their businesses. They should also be get educated in their legal terms also and legal things. So after that only they'll be registering it as LLP and everything. So that's why I just made it up clear to just bring this statement of basic registration itself to this session, because many of them are not aware of these kind of things itself. So I think the court judgment will only be the favorable situation in this mark, but I can't guarantee you any favorable situation, because it is a matter of discussion in between the partners, and one partner has taken it up. It is a matter of the court only. Maybe if the LLP, because you might have authorized that resolution as well, sir. Or else, if it has been done without your knowledge itself, it hasn't been done without your consent itself, you can definitely take it to the court that I am not interested in doing this so and so. So I'm liable to withdraw. I'm willing to withdraw my stake in the company, and I'll be proceeding in that way. You can also inform them in that way, sir. That can also be done, sir. I hope I am able to give an gist of it. Kanan sir, I'll be sharing my mobile number at last, so that if you have any doubt on it, I am happy to take up a phone call with you and clarify you on
Thank you.
that, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you
Suppose,
so
sir,
much, sir.
thank you, sir. Suppose if you are not able to get the solution through the court, is there any possible to get the, according to the Company Act, from the LLP registration officer, or it should be, it
Sir, simple,
certainly.
sir. The judge, as if they are not able to get the solution to the court, means the court definitely validates considering Companies Act, LLP Act, and everything only. The judge doesn't validate on any other terms. So he has to go through all the acts and basic norms in that act as well. The advocate who is representing us should also be noting that points and also mention that during the judgment cases going on. So we beyond the court circumstances, we can just go on for an appeal or something to
Yes,
a
sir,
Supreme
yes.
Court or something.
Obviously, I'm accepting your all statements, and it's a very appreciable one, sir. Suppose if the case is going to be held to prolong into the court, meanwhile, every year has to be filed our income tax through the auditor. Auditor. The auditor who is not accepting and refused to file the, because the account is not in proper and all the LLP is not signing, then is it possible to resist file our account details to the income tax officer?
Sir, what you need to do in this scenario is that you need to change the status of the company to dormant, sir. If you're not doing business in the company because of this quoting, there are two status, active as well as dormant. You need to convert the status into dormant by filing a form with the registrar. So after considering it, and he will also be changing the company status to dormant. Once it's dormant, and there won't be much necessities of regular filings and compliances. Okay, there will be a bit of exemptions to it. So we can go on in that way, sir. I think you have to take it up in that way. But
but you can proceed your regular delivery, sir. Sorry for interruption. At last, I will get your number and that I will get it
sure, sir.
clarification.
Sure, sir. I'll be able to deliver. I'll be able to call you and discuss on that, sir. Happy to discuss with you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And moving on to the next slide, everyone. And GST, you all are aware of GST very well. It has been 2017 July 1st, GST got implemented. And from there, right now, still now, it's a roller coaster ride for each and every tax practitioner, each and every proprietor, business owner, on every terms. So it's going good. GST initially it was a bit of a headache for everyone. Now people just got adjusted to it, and it's very much supportive to the nation's development as well. So GST. So GST main GST condition is that for a person doing business, if he is doing a manufacturing business, means then until he achieves a turnover of 40 lakhs, he is exempted from doing GST. Okay. This is the regulation. 40 lakhs is only for manufacturers, whereas for service providers, 20 lakhs is the limitation. Suppose where this clashes or where we find out is that many of the people will be just doing this business, they won't be haven't taken up GST. When we just look up their accounts, they will be having turnover of around 70 to 80 lakhs or maybe in crores as well. They just tell that no, I haven't crossed 30 lakhs limit because I don't have the turnover of so much. If they are not in their current account or something, sometimes in savings account also they have this much of an account. If it happens to know that these are of business transaction only and the turnover is so and so means, then definitely there will be a notice from the GST that you haven't taken GST for so and so period, and please do take GST and immediately take action on it. For manufacturing business, it is 40 lakhs, and for service industry, it is 20 lakhs. Okay, for service providers, 20 lakhs. If in case in your income tax you have declared for taking up a loan, some more turnover means they will definitely question you that why haven't you taken GST? Why haven't you registered under GST when you have crossed this threshold limit turnover? So be prepared for that. And the types of GST, second and third one is well known because you might have seen in all your invoices wherever you purchase. It may be a dress purchase or a shoe purchase or it could be a hotel bill or everything. It is SGST, CGST, state goods taxes, and central goods and service tax. So so the amount as mentioned, the part of the amount will be taken up by the state, and the part of the amount will be taken up by the central. So this is the thing. And in IGST, what happens is that IGST is an integrated goods and service tax. When a person is, if I'm from Madurai and I'm selling a product to someone in Cochin in Kerala, or else someone in Bangalore in Karnataka, or Hyderabad in Telangana. So what happens is that we'll be charging IGST. Okay, we shouldn't charge CGST and SGST in that invoice. When there is an interstate sale, it should be charged under GST. But whereas an intrastate sale, that is within the state, you can do it with taxes will be shared between the state and central. Whereas it is between states, it will be shared by the central only. So that is where when you order something online, you see if you check the invoice, it will be IGST only. There won't be CGST or SGST. Mostly when you order through your e-commerce partners on online, it will be doing there. And UGST is nothing but union territories. Union territories will be doing it in that way. So in that will be the repeal scenario. And GST has two types of filing composition, which would be filing schemes, which would be regular scheme and a composition scheme. Regular scheme is the scheme which needs to be filed every month, and composition scheme will be filed once in 3 months, once in a quarter. Okay, so just like a calendar year, there will be 4 quarters: April to June, July to September, October to December, Jan to March. So there are 4 quarters, and we'll be filing it composition once the quarter gets completed. For people who are doing trading business, they have to pay 1% of the turnover as their tax amount. Okay, for composition business owners, for traders, they have to pay 1% as their tax amount. Whereas for manufacturers, they have to pay 2% as their tax amount. Okay, for service provider, they have to pay 6% as their tax amount to the government. If a trader means they have to pay for a 5 lakh turnover, means for a trader they have to pay the tax amount as for 1% 5,000, that will be scenario. For a manufacturer it will be 2% 10,000. Whereas a service provider it will be 6%, it will be 30,000. So this scenario. Main thing is that you can't charge GST to the client. You have to pay this from your pocket. Okay, got it? You can't charge GST from your client. You have to pay this amount from your own earnings only. You are not liable to collect GST. Whereas in a regular scheme, you are liable to collect GST. So that is why the government has itself actually GST in simple terms is that government has given us a power to collect the tax and pay it to them. So we are just a middle person. Our business owners are just middle person to just file the tax amount. So in this scenario, what they do is with GST, the government also gets the revenue in that way, as well as with they'll be also be able to track up the turnover of and performance of the company, and they'll be able to charge them with the income tax and along with the slab rates, whatever is applicable to the company. So GST has made that magic work. Earlier it was in a different scenario, and after GST, everything is under systemized control, and government is able to take up every report. And going on. So for GST regular scheme, there will be two forms. GSTR1, which should be filed every next succeeding month, next month, 11th of every next month, and GSTR3B, which is 20th of the succeeding month. GSTR1 is the sales filing. So what needs to B2B, all the B2B sale and B2B sales needs to be declared. If a business owner is selling his products to another business owner who is registered in the GST, they should have filed their uh, GST-R1 returns along with that business owner billing details. Then only while this other recipient business owner, when he is filing his GST on or before 20th, what he does is that he can deduct the tax amount from his input tax credit, and he can pay the balance amount for as GST. So that is the scenario. And moving on to what I'm concerned, moving on to the next topic. And I should have next slide, please. So income tax, everyone is aware of income tax very well, and income tax 1961 Act, that is also you might have been aware of. And income is chargeable under these five sources mainly. So which would be most firstly from salary. For every salaried person, they will be charged income tax. And next from the house property. Okay. For house property, so if a person has a rental income from any house, so that should be brought under income from house property. And next one from business or profession, income from business or profession. So for business owners or professionals, whoever, service providers, traders, everyone needs to be filing their GST and their business owners. And from income from capital gains. So when you sell an asset, when you sell a share, when you sell any kind of jewel or something, what kind of an asset? Maybe it may be a land, it may be a building, it can also be jewels, it can be shares, it can be mutual fund redemptions, whatever you take it, you have bought it at so and so rate and you have sold it at a profit of so and so rate. The profit amount is liable for income tax, direct taxation, which is income tax. Okay. In this, long-term capital gain will be taxed at 10%. Short-term capital gain will be taxed at 15%. So people who are doing intraday trading, whatever profits you take, it is liable to 15% taxation at the end of the year while filing. So please do please keep it apart 15% of your earnings as a tax amount. Then only it will be easy for you to calculate. And next one from income from other sources. So winning from games. For else, if a big boss title winner is winning a 1 crore amount means then 30% of that amount is liable for taxation. So income for other things, game, lottery, betting, and other kind of savings account deposits, interest, and everything will be charged under income from other sources. Okay. And the slab rates also up to until right now 2.5 lakh, until 2.5 lakh, there is no mandate to file their income tax, whereas government has given exemption till 5 lakhs. So for further exemption, for further another 2.5 lakh, government has given exemption until last year. For current year, for current year, there is exemption till 7 lakhs, but only under new scheme. What is this you are telling old and new? What is this? Already there are a lot of things which you mentioned, proprietorship OPC and this income tax also. What is this new and old means? And old income tax regime is what you have done so far. You might have invested some amounts in ATC for ATC direction. You might have invested a portion of your amount in insurance. You might have invested a portion of your amount in mutual tax saver mutual funds. So for the purpose of tax filing and tax exemptions. And right now in the new scheme, nothing that applies to it. You need to file the amount, only TDS and ATG deductions are liable to be deducted. Other than that, nothing is liable to be deducted. So this is the scenario of new and old income tax regimes. Okay. New income tax regime, as I mentioned, new income tax regime will be coming on into place within a year or something. So mostly people have migrated from old to new so far, and new scheme is will only be applicable. The deductions whatsoever you have invested for tax savings, it will not be applicable in the new scheme. Please to keep that in mind and make up your investment decisions. So plan investment just based for your profits and not for your tax savings, because next that is the scenario. So be prepared for that also. And moving on to the next topic, Aishwarya. Factories Act is mainly applicable to factories where people of 10 or more are applied. So where 10 or more people are there, or 10 or many women employees are there, there needs to be a creche, there needs to be a canteen, there needs to be a fire and safety equipment. And all these things are applied to a Factories Act, comes under Factories Act only. So we cannot set a factory as it is. The factory needs to, there are certain groundbreaking regulations coming up right now in the upcoming days. So Factories Act is also getting modified. So we are yet to receive another next matter of it in the next year. I think there will be a modification in the factories and industries regulations many much. That's what gonna happen. And this is a kind of an industrial topic, so I don't want to focus much on it. I'll be just moving on to the next common year topic. And the next slide, Aishwarya. Next is FSSAI. FSAI. So FSAI, you might have heard about it. So FSI certificate. Every food industry is taking this up. So what is that? Why is that? So what is it? So and so. So Food Safety and Standards of India, that is a department which issues the certificate to the FSI. So the applicant can be, even if the applicant runs a tea shop, he needs to get it registered under FSSAI. Okay, for a tea, even for a basic tea shop, they need to get it registered under FSSAI. So FSAI is getting uh, compulsory on all food vendor forums and platforms. Even for people who are doing white label also, FSSAI needs to be done. So FSSAI, there are two types of licenses in FSAI: normal license, local license, and a state level license and a central level license. The state level license is for people turnover from 12 lakh to 20 crore. Okay, for people who are having a turnover of 12 lakh per annum, which will be aggregatively 1 lakh per month. So they should get a state level license, which would be costing it around, an application fees itself would be around 2000 or something. Whereas the local basic registration in the above is 100 rupees application fee. State level licensing, it will be a 2000, and for FSI central license, it differs from department to department. When you're planning to take your business for an export based model, or else when you're planning to take your business of as a pan India level model, your food business mainly, then you should definitely consider registering it under a central license, and the food officer will itself instruct you when it is necessary to take up a central license and when it is not. There will be regular inspections to do it also, so that they are checking out whether the company is adhering to all the food safety standards regulated by the government or not. So food officers, as you might have seen in the movies or in the news channels and everywhere, it is getting up straightened up so that people don't get affected with this food scenario. So that is the situation, and so the applicant needs to register where needs to decide whether he's planning to be a large scale business operator, or a medium scale or a small scale business operator, and these regulations will change based on that. That's what you should do. And is there a slide before that, Aishwarya? Okay. And Employee State Insurance Act. Employee State Insurance. Next one. And ESI also is same as kind of a factory, but there is also voluntary registration. Even if there are 3 to 5 employees, also they will be getting it. People who are doing government contracts, or else a kind of cautious, hazardous level businesses. For example, people doing electricity lineman or wireman, there's kind of post installation or something. Just from that level itself to building, so construction level workers, employees, so they will also be registered under ESI. They, along with their family members, can also get ESI uh, ESI's facilities, and what the scheme extends to them. So ESI is also a time-consuming one. If a person hasn't registered ESI, and if there is any kind of a loss of life and everything, then the case in court turns out to be very critical for the business owner as well. The case in court. So ESI is getting straightened up. My friends, every legal provision is getting straightened up, tightened up right now. As audit professionals, earlier it was not this much tedious for us, but now it's getting lots and lots of tedious, and we obviously insist all the business owners to follow this, because later on when they penalize or something, they just come over to us that you didn't inform us any earlier. But we educate them right during the registration itself. We educate them, right things go on. But we can't be there in their businesses every single day. Every company cannot also appoint a person as their an accountant in that way. So situations like this is being happened. So going forward, I request everyone, you please take the initiative and educate everyone to properly go as per what government rule says. Now we are going on into a systemized economy. I mean, systemized means a computer systemized economy. The income tax, GST, MCA, trademark, everything is getting into online in a much more transparent way, and there is not much lags like before. Things are going up smoothly. During the initial days of GST and income tax, there were a lot of processes in the website progression itself, but now things have changed a lot, and now it's working very well. Yes, during the due dates, there is a problems in the filings, but apart from that, the sites are working very well. We are able to complain and get the results happening. And very soon, government will be implementing the artificial intelligence model also into these kind of taxation systems. And once AI comes, it will be pinpointing all the mistakes and whatever happened, or else it will be requesting for clarifications on whatever errors have been done. So you might all be aware of that also. So I request you all to regularly follow up with the all the filings and regulations. Just stay connected with your auditor. You just ask them to get updated and just get educated. It's your ultimate priority to get educated, and no one else will do it for you. You are paying it just for your filing to the auditor. You are not paying it to get yourself educated. So you need to go and meet them. You need to just spend time with them. So what is betterment? So last week I had a client who just came over. Sir, explain me. I want to know about this. I'm planning to go on to a bigger scale. I feel this kind of learning will be better for my company in the future days. I was very happy to educate them on that. So people should start coming up, and with a lot of startups coming up across the country so far, I think they should all learn this, learn the basics as well as learn the medium level. They can't be learning till the advanced level. If they learn this, mean they won't be focusing on their business. Just for basic and medium level, at least they should know about it. College students should learn these basics during their college days itself. Without that, they should not take up entrepreneurship. That's what I said. Start the whatever I said today is the ultimate basic thing. So if they get a clarity in this, they'll be able to go on further in this very well. So I next slide, Aishwarya. Next slide, last slide. Aishwarya, last slide, Aishwarya. Yeah. So, and thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm very sorry I couldn't show up my face. I'm in the middle of a condolence form today. So that's why there was a little intermediation in between. So I'm just held up here, and I'm just taking this session inside my car and giving you the update over here. Thank you so much. I've given my mobile number over here. Please do text me over WhatsApp. I'll be taking up a call to you by today evening or tomorrow, because right now I'll be in situation. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Aishwarya,
you,
for
sir.
the support.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Sorry for the inconvenience caused by you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Aishwarya ma'am, for your kind help. Any questions from the participants? Any questions from the participants?
Sir, good morning, sir. I have some small doubts, sir.
No, go ahead, Mr. Narasimhan, sir. Go ahead.
We have several certifications, sir, like CGST, SGS.
Sir, your Narasimhan, sir, your audio voice is not clear.
Yes.
Narasimhan, sir.
Is it now? Sir, is it now audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir, but audio is still unclear only. Can you just text me over my number so that I'll be able to just text you back on the requirement? Maybe because I'm also not able to view the chat screen here. Sure, why?
Narasimhan, sir, your voice is breaking.
Sir, still now it is like that, sir. I think now it will be clear.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Sir, sir mentioned about the slabs. Regarding this IGST, CGST, SGST, how can we split up the percentage, sir? For example, is a manufacturing product, and whether they have given all the products list in the website, sir, or whether we need to contact to person for fixing the GST, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, with regards to GST, please note another one important thing is that HSN code. The HSN code is for all the products which has been listed by the government, approved product listed by the governments, and the percentage for the GST will also be given up by the government. In case of IGST means we'll be charging the whole amount. For example, if it's an 18% GST product means for IGST we'll be charging 18% IGST. Whereas it is CGST or SGST, we'll be sharing it in between in 50-50, which will be 9% CGST, 9% IGST. The percentage will be there. You can just Google and find HSN code finder, or else HSN GST rate finder. So while you Google it itself, it is available there, or else you can check out gst.gov.in, government website. There is also GST percentage finder. That will be there. GST HSN rate, GST rate calculator. You can find the products list from there, and GST also to be mentioned there. E-commerce companies, what they do is that they just pre-check these before itself with their auditors team, and they just prepare GST regulation, prepare their products onto site based on that. Okay, government doesn't bring on something yesterday night and tomorrow we are just gonna do it right now. Earlier it might have been happened, but regarding GST percentage change and everything, government is intimating it prior advance itself. So we need to just stick on to it and find out whether the percentages are increasing or the percentage is constant, or else it has been increased or decreased. Yeah. So hope that was the question. I feel I have.
Any other queries? Any other queries from the participants? If you want, you can use the chat box. I can read the questions. Instead of you, I will read the questions. If anyone is having any query, just put it in the chat box. Mr. Sadam, sir, I think so. There is no queries.
Okay, sir. In case if any, please do text me in WhatsApp. I'll
Definitely,
be able to assist on that. Sir.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir.
Once again, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Once again, we thank you so much, sir. Good morning, participants. All the technical sessions has been over, and all these titles are provided by the Department of Science and Technology. We are not included anything on our own. It is all provided by the Department of Science and Technology to undergo this old age faculty development program. So now we are moving to the feedback session. I am reading the name. Kindly switch on your camera and give the feedback. Then only you know that very well it has been recorded. This is mandatory for each and every participant to give the feedback. Then only the DST will consider your certificate. I hope all have understand from the beginning itself, the organizers, we are insisting on you this. So can I go ahead? Can we move? If you missed it, we are not responsible.
Please, sir, please go ahead.
If you missed it, we are not responsible. Again, I'm saying, please be alert for another 2 hours maximum. It's already 11:20. At 12:50, mostly we will wind up. In between that, the dignitaries will also join. In the chat box also, they will ask some details about your for your certificate. So please be aware. If anyone is missed it, we are not responsible. Again and again, the organizer saying that. Because today also some of the participants have not yet joined. So we are not responsible. Right. With your request, we will start the feedback session. Once the dignitary joined, I hope the principal will join. Once he joined, we will stop the feedback session and he will address, because he has to on the way to Manoormani Sundararayan University, Tirunelveli for a program. So once he joined, we will stop there. He will address and he will leave off. Again, we will continue. So I will read the name one by one. Mrs. S. Indumadi ma'am. Mrs. S. Indumadi ma'am. Mrs. Yes, Indumadi ma'am, are you there or shall we move on? If you are not there, we are sorry. See, this is the problem with you people. We already informed it, we already mentioned it in the chat, WhatsApp group itself. Right. I'm sorry, Indumadi ma'am. You are not permitted and we are sorry. Indumadi ma'am is not there. Indumadi ma'am is not there. Next one, Dr. Sangeeta Ramachandran. Dr. Sangeeta Ramachandran. Dr. Sangeeta Ramachandran. She is also not there. Okay, super. See how we are, the faculties are doing, then we are blaming the students. Sangeeta, Dr. R. Anita. Dr. R. Anita is there. Dr. R. Anita. So she is also not there. Dr. J. Marilyn. Dr. J. Marilyn. Dr. J. Marilyn. We are extremely sorry. Dr. J. Marilyn. Right, we'll move on to the others. We don't want to wait for them. Most probably these people will never receive their certificate. The next one, Dr. B. Narasimhan sir.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Thank you so much, sir. At least after 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth name you are attending. Thank you so much. Now
Thank
we
you,
can
sir.
go ahead, sir.
Really,
Now
it
we
is
can.
a very great platform, sir. You have put all your efforts to organize such a very extraordinary program, sir. I want to thank personally for Dr. Anboli, sir, Dr. Madam, everyone, sir. Thanks a very lot, sir.
But what about the resource person? Because they are asking about the resource persons and the topic.
Sir, as far as the resource persons and topics are concerned, sir, as you rightly mentioned, the topics have been identified by the Department of Science and Technology. Apart from that, sir, each and every resource person, they gave lot of insights, sir. Actually, I was also coordinator for entrepreneurship development cell. Earlier, I was also attended in offline mode, but still, sir, what to say, the insights and the identifying the resource person and the points they have given, it is such a very extraordinary thing, sir. Every single resource person, not I am not telling one resource person is good, not like that, sir. Everyone they did their best, sir. And as a faculty, I have learned a lot of things, sir.
So thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful feedback. We will hope we will increase. We will give some feedback to the DST to include the more relevant titles.
Sir, even some case studies, like for example, some established industries how they started, how particularly this GST, sir, because I am also did one startup, sir, and I got stuck up with this GST and other proceedings. So I want to believe on my auditor. So that auditor, as far as auditor is concerned, a lot of technical jargons are there, sir. Being from a computer science background, I could not understand what he's trying to ask. And even it is a service-based sector, he is including it as a e-commerce sector. Actually, it is not a e-commerce sector, sir. It is a journal which is a peer reviewed, and we are charging only a very little bit. But still, that what to say, auditor, he is maybe he do not have that expertise, or maybe there may be wrong from my side. So such kind of sessions. For example, service sector means service sector in that 3 or 4 case studies, how to file GST. So such kind of real-time sessions or real-time practical uh, exposure. So such kind of things can be added. So this is my feedback to the Department of Science and Technology, sir. But there is not even a single negative from the organizer or the source person. I'm not touching on that area, sir.
Thank you, sir. That's why Shanagun sir told that we have to learn from the auditors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Personally, we have to learn. Otherwise, we doesn't know what is happening. The auditors will make all the things on their own.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, because we tried it for case study also.
Okay, sir.
But the problem is we are in online. You can see
Okay,
I have read lot of names, but they are not able to answer. If you
sir.
go for case study method, the participants'
Okay,
involvement should be there. Only few
that's
like
correct.
you, Nadijalian sir, Kannan sir, only very few are active. So you see, again I'm reading all the names, they are not still answering. Already we put it in the chat box, WhatsApp group itself. Still they are not aware of it. Because these people are here only for the namesake of the certificates. Already Kannan sir has mentioned. So we can't be able to blame them. It is up to them. We will do our duty. Thank you, sir. Offline, we are planning. Offline method, the case study will be practiced. Because we have to give the case and they have to read. Then there will be a discussion. Then only it will be good. Okay, thank you, Narasimhan sir. We look forward for your cooperation in other programs also. We will keep in touch with you. Right? Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, please remain in the group. And please remain in the meeting. Only after the end of the meeting we will leave. Okay, sir.
Sure.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
And already you mentioned in the chat box for a sake of certificate.
They will put it.
The certificate is not a piece of paper. It represents our commitment and dedication to our presentation and growth. Also, it is a recognition of our efforts and the expertise. Like that, you have mentioned and quoted about the certificate, sir. So that everybody, I think that have been participation into this conference FDP for sake of certificate alone. I think so. That is, it shows that it is not a healthy one in future, because sir, I don't actually, purely I don't have any participation in FDP program like that, because since upcoming year I'm going to be retired. So it is not immaterial to me, but for sake of participation to be made healthy, that is why I have involved, and for sake of greet you also, because your dedication should be on.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. As a senior person, blessings is
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Abhilash. Mr. Abhilash is there. Mr. Abhilash. I hope Mr. Abhilash is not there. Everybody is in the meeting, but they are not able to answer because they are not listening it. They are doing their own work. So anyway, it is up to them to decide. Mr. Abhilash is not there. Mr. Manmohan Chaudhary. Just now he messaged. Mr. Manmohan Chaudhary. Mr. Manmohan Chaudhary. Just now here message. Mr. Manmohan Chaudhary. Just now here messaged. Sir, Manmohan Chaudhary, sir. Oh, okay. Here you mentioned he has to be after some time. Mr. Real Ganesh Babu, sir. Mr. Real Ganesh Babu, sir. Are you there?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can
sir,
turn your video.
Don't mistake me, sir.
No issue,
yeah,
sir.
Don't mistake me, sir.
No issue.
No, I'm in exam duty, sir. 1 minute, sir. I'll show that also.
No issue, sir.
Sorry, sir. Because I will call you back, sir. Because I'm in exam duty. I'm hearing and then I'm seeing the exam duty 2 in 1, sir.
So how you are doing that both the things? You are doing the FTP sponsored by DST and you are doing the exam duty also. It is
yes, sir. I'm
your
hearing
duty.
See, sir,
Sorry,
I'm
it is your
hearing
duty. Your duty to change the date. Change the date.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sir, I understand, sir, but I thank you for each and everyone, sir. Yeah, just give me 10 minutes, sir. 11:45, I will finish the exam. I will join, sir. Don't mistake me, sir. Just 10 more minutes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next one, Mrs. Paturoja. Sorry, Miss Paturoja. Miss Paturoja will never join. I hope she will also be. She is a young faculty. She can see the vast difference from the senior faculty and the young faculty. Mrs. Pataroja is deleted. Dr. Muhal Kumar Gopal Das Rana.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So I just give my feedback. So I am expressing my sincere appreciation for the opportunity to participate in recent faculty development program on entrepreneurship organized by Department of Business Administration by Manar Thilumalai Necker College and sponsored by the DST. The program has been enriched and invaluable experience, and I would like to share my feedback. I'm talking about the content. The content covered in the program was not only relevant but also in a very depth and providing a very comprehensive understanding of various aspects like entrepreneurship, ideation, business planning, finance, funding strategies, market analysis, and the various act like MSME, how you will apply for the MSME, how will get the fund, as well as how will you get the branding as well as advertisement. The inclusion of the case study is little bit, but that will also provide a very learning abilities. And if I talk about the speakers, then the caliber of the speakers and resource person was very commendable, and each expert brought the wealth of experience and knowledge to their session and making the learning experience and engaging very enriched, and their ability to convey the concept in a clear and very accessible manner was very highly appreciated. And I'm talking about the program organization, like the logistic aspect of the program were very well organized, and it is the schedule allowed for the balance between theoretical as well as practical sessions. That is one session that the physical factory visualizations, that is very good session, that and many people that can be motivated that to start their own business, right? And the program provide ample opportunity for networking with the various faculty member from the different state also, like including me also. So and one more thing that I would like to tell about the availability of comprehensive resource material like the PPTs and online. There are numbers of speakers, they are very much experienced. I'm the new one that might be the first step for me to enter into the entrepreneurship, but that gives me a very motivations that you can start your own business with this guidance. And lastly,
there is open channel for the communications and willingness to adapt participants to ask questions and give feedback online for this faculty program. And lastly, in conclusion, I would like to extend my gratitude to organizers, specifically Dr. Amboli sir, Dr. Niranjani ma'am, Department of Business of Administration, Manar, Tulait Nakar College, and sponsored by the DST. This program has not only equipped me with valuable insight, but it has also inspired me to integrate the entrepreneurial principles into my teaching as well as in research activity. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
Then,
thank you, sir.
Mr. I.S. Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. You can go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Audible, sir?
You can go ahead, sir.
Okay.
You can give your feedback. Kindly switch on your video. Oh, thank you, sir. And yep.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Firstly, let me express my gratitude to the organizers for putting together such an insightful and enriching program. As an assistant professor of MEC, I was eager to enhance my understanding of entrepreneurship, and this program exceeded my expectations. The interaction nature of the session allowed us to not only absorb theoretical knowledge but also apply it practically. The case study and real world example shared during the program added a practical dimension to the learning, it more relevant and applicable in our role as educators. I am confident that knowledge and skill gained during this program will have a positive impact on our teaching method and ultimately on the student we guide towards a bright future. Once again, I thankful to Manyar Trinuli Mentram College for organizing such a fantastic FDP for the 2 week. Especially thanks to organizer Dr. P. Amboli, sir, and co-organizer Dr. Niranjani ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Dr. Anbali, sir, can I give my feedback now? Because the exams was over.
Okay, sir. Go ahead, sir. No issue, sir. No issue, sir.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
No issue, sir. No issue, sir. Go ahead.
Because, we are conducting the CAT exam 3. So students are
coming. Sorry. Go ahead. I thought,
so
extremely sorry. Extremely sorry.
I'm seeing the exam duty. Another side, I'm listening.
CAT exam, we can't able to do anything. CAT exam, we can't able to do anything. Extremely sorry, sir. Extremely sorry. You can go ahead.
No problem, sir. Sir, thank you for this FDP, sir. First of all, I thank the coordinator, Dr. Ranbuli, sir, and Dr. Niranjani, madam. And I thank for the person who's giving the extreme explanation about the sessions. And I thank all the chief guests who's giving their explanation and participation also. Yes, sir. Myself, I'm L. Ganesh Babu. I'm working in robotics and automation department, sir, in Rajalakshmi Engineering College, Chennai. So this is the things from me, sir. All the 12 days FTP, it was very nice, and it was very good for us to we learn something because I'm engineer. I'm newly learning about this entrepreneurship, sir. So to implement these things in my departments. For that purpose, first of all I thank everyone, sir. Thank you very much for this kind of FTPs. Also, I thank all the persons who's doing this. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for your wonderful feedback, Ganesh, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No issues, sir. We are extremely sorry. You can continue. Just hold on in the meeting and you can continue. Once they're asked for the chat box, you have to answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next, Dinesh Kumar, Mr. Dinesh Kumar, sir. Mr. Dinesh Kumar. Mr. Dinesh Kumar. Mr. Dinesh Kumar. He is not available. Mrs. M. Geetanjali.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can go ahead, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'm Geetanjali. I'm from Anne Velangani College. Currently, I am working as assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering. First of all, I would like to thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to attend this FTP. And also, I would like to thank Niranjari ma'am and Mannar Tirumai Nagar College for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to attend this FTP. Past 12 days, I learned a lot from this resource persons. They have extraordinary knowledge about the entrepreneurship, and they gave lot of information about the entrepreneurship. Basically, I am from this computer science department. I really like this session, and this motivates me to start a business also. And it will also helpful for me and also for my students. And really thankful for this FTP session, sir. Thank you, sir.
Geetanjali ma'am, excellently given your feedback unremarkably. Welcome, welcome. Because we should be contributed and complimented to the person who organized like Anbuli sir and Narendra Devi madam who contributed us very much. So being a last day, we must be contributed by means of feedback such a way that it seems to be look like a very healthy, very healthy. So I appreciate you, ma'am. Geetanjali ma'am. I personally must.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Geetanjali ma'am. Thank you so much for the introduction of the chief guest. Also, you helped us a lot. Thank you, ma'am.
It's my pleasure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next, Mr. K. Swaminathan. Mr. K. Swaminathan. Mr. K. Swaminathan. Mr. K. Swaminathan.
Keep on calling everyone up. Either we don't know whether they are lively or not. I don't know. Whether lively or not.
Hello, sir.
Sir.
Hello.
Mr. Nedunjalian, sir.
Sir, Anbuli sir, ma'am is live. I think.
Hello.
Indumani ma'am, you can go ahead. Indumani ma'am, you can go ahead.
Okay, sir. Some technical problem. My phone is hang on, so that's why I will not speak.
Thank you, ma'am.
I will share my feedback, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You can go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So I am Indumadi from PSN College of Engineering and Technology. I am assistant professor in electrical department. I'm incubation event manager. So this program is very useful to me because entrepreneurship is very most important in our future. So this is very useful to me, and I will refer my students, and I will teach my students to also. Then previous, I think November 9th, the video session is gone. That is very useful to me, and also yesterday I learned about. I think Saturday I learned about the business plan. There's a Rajaram resource present. This is very also useful to me. So thanks to Niranjali ma'am and thanks to all resource person. So this is very useful to and thanks to DST team. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Nedunjalian sir, you can carry on. Dr. Nedunjalian sir, you can carry on.
Good morning, sir. I'm Nedunjalian.
Good morning, sir. Very good morning, sir.
Assistant Professor Civil Engineering Department from University College of Engineering, Vilupuram. First of all, I have to thank the organizer, Mr. Dr. Anboli sir and madam, um, for this 12 days program. It is highly useful to me. It makes me to become entrepreneur. I'm thinking of actually I'm thinking of to become entrepreneur, but due to I'm just worrying about the risk factor. But this program makes me to be strong to become entrepreneur. So I will try to become entrepreneur in future. But the age factor is also there. That's the problem. Anyway, I thank the organizers and that chief guest, Mr. The last session before speaker. I forget his name. That sir makes the presentation very nice, sir.
Today's last session.
Last before session.
Communication. Business
Yes,
communication.
Yes,
Mr. Subbiah sir. Mr. Subbiah sir.
Subbiah sir. His presentation is very nice, sir. Moreover, I request the organizer to give biodata profiles of the chief guest, sir. It will be useful for us.
We will post it in the chat box.
Okay.
WhatsApp group, sir. No issue. It is our great pleasure.
If we post them, we can try to use them for our college students also, sir.
Definitely, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Then we will move on to Mrs. K. Shiny, ma'am. Mrs. K. Shiny, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You can go ahead, ma'am. You can go ahead, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. I'm Shiny from VV College of Engineering. First of all, I would like to thank Anboli sir and Ranji ma'am for giving this opportunity. I have learned something about entrepreneurship. So you are creating such an awareness of government schemes like MSME, that lot of schemes for women in entrepreneurship. So thank you so much, sir. Last 12 days, we learned something, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. S.R. Raja. Dr. S.R. Raja. Dr. S.R. Raja is not available. Dr. S.R. Raja. Then Dr. Tirupati. Dr. Tirupati. Dr. Tirupati. Challapalai. Dr. Tirupati Challapalai. Dr. Tirupati, sir. Not available. Ms. Rujanishna, ma'am. Saira Jyotsna, ma'am, you can go ahead. She is not also available. Dr. A. Mohammad Fazil, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Sir, I just want to start with our program. No, we have discussed about the offline and online. As you said, the participants' involvement only, that is a defect. The offline and offline is much better because we have to connect all the participants and the resource persons much in the online, sir. That is better. So after Corona, the online scenario is workshop, FTPs, many educational institutes providing easy access to the presentation material and discussion with the resource persons. So as you said, the participant involvement is much important. And regarding this program, sir, I also take this opportunity to express my heartiest gratitude to the organizers for conducting the FTP, such an important, relevant theme, especially considering the critical situation present times. This FTP is very helpful for us, especially for educators like us. So it helped us upgrade our knowledge and skills regarding the entrepreneurship. No, we are the technical faculty. Anyhow, we are very far with the entrepreneurship development. So I am the chief coordinator of the entrepreneurship development cell of EV College of Engineering, sir. For the last 6 months only, we have an experience in this area. So after attending this program, many of the resource person have given a very good, wonderful lecture for regarding this entrepreneurship need and practice, basic skills about the entrepreneurship, selecting entrepreneurship, potential entrepreneur, responsibilities of SIDC, DIC, and MSME. All these, we learned a lot of things from the different resource persons. The Ram Kumar of Ramco Institute of Technology, Mr. Ram
Arun
Kumar,
Kumar.
have given a
Arun
wonderful
Kumar.
lecture. Arun
Arun
Kumar,
Kumar.
Arun
Dr.
Kumar have given a wonderful lecture about the patent rights. And Muhammad Naushad Sharif has given a wonderful information about the business idea and all those things. And Subbaya sir also have given a communication and presentation. And the last session, now Sadayapan sir have given a wonderful lecture on the business idea about the this
Legal
what is that?
formalities. Legal formalities.
Legal formalities, and GSTs. Regarding all those things, a very good experience for us, sir. And I thank you very much for you, especially Dr. Anpuli sir, you and Dr. Niranjani madam for conducting this wonderful entrepreneurship program. Myself and previously given talk, Professor Shiny has attended from the VV College of Engineering. So we have a lot of things we learned other than the technical side. So entrepreneurship is the hot area today's topics. We have a lot of things we learned from this FTP, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you have to thank Mr. Sobardi, sir.
Yes, sir. Shivabharati is a real field coordinator. No, we call it as Shivabharati as real field coordinator, because he has done a lot of things in the Tirunelveli area. No, he is familiar to all the people in and around our Tirunelveli city. Shivabharati is a real field coordinator, sir. Thank you. I thank you, Shivabharati also for
thank him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mom. Dr. S. Raja, you can carry on. Dr. S. Raja, he send a message. Okay, Dr. N. Raja, you can carry on. Both the Rajas are there.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Dr. Anboli, sir. Thank you for selecting us for this wonderful, excellent FDP. First 12 days, we learn many things. I'm Dr. N. Raja, Assistant Professor, Department of Visual Communication, Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology, deemed to be University, Chennai, sir. Sir, today I assure you, surely I will start a startup and I become an entrepreneur because of these excellent FTP. Our management also giving an instruction to start the startup to become entrepreneur. These FTP, given many ideas, many things, how to start a entrepreneur, how to become entrepreneur, how to, apply all the links I have taken, sir, from the chat box, everything I saved. Thank you, sir. Niranjani ma'am, Dr. Niranjani ma'am, thank you, ma'am. This is the second FTP I'm attending. Last time also have attended. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam, for this wonderful FTP. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Dr. S. Raja, sir, are you there? Dr. S. Raja, sir, are you there? Dr. S. Raja, sir, kindly switch on your video and give their feedback. Participants, don't give your feedback in the chat box. Your feedback is being recording. So kindly switch on your camera and give your feedback. So I hope Dr. S. Raja, Dr. Sangeeta Rajendran, Dr. Sangeeta Rajendran. Yes, Dr. Sangeeta Rajendran. Right. Next, we will go on.
Sir, good morning, sir. Dr. Karthik.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Because my name is in last, that's why I want to speak now. Sir. I have to move for lunch. Sir. First of all, I thank the entire team for selecting me for this wonderful 12 days PP. Sir. So I'm from Andhra Pradesh, Sri Vishnu Engineering College, working as an assistant professor in Management Studies Department. So as far as the specialization or the is concerned, I'm the most one will be benefiting out of this FDP. Even the resource persons you have selected also, all are been very much having deep knowledge in their fields. That too with regard to uh,
Sorry, your voice is not there. Sir, Karthik sir, your voice. Karthik sir, your voice is not there.
idea.
No, sir, it is not audible.
Now it's audible, sir.
Yes, it's audible. Now it's audible, sir.
So from the beginning it was not audible, sir, or
you can go ahead. You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. The resource persons also have very vast knowledge in their field, sir. So that much of overloaded content they have given for us throughout this 12 weeks, starting from the idea generation and then how to convert those ideas into solving the problems, how to make into technology-based incubation, and then how to become a patent register. So everything is been accordingly set up, and also the experts also they have given very vast knowledge on us. It is been overloaded for us with regard to the entrepreneurship knowledge, and then even the takeaways also, I feel it will be beneficial for our throughout our lives. It's not just 1 or 2 days that we are attending for the certificate, and then we forget about the concept. So throughout the life, we can apply these concepts of entrepreneurship. Even my students also will ask. I used to tell that Ambani's dialogue. So if you are not working towards your dream, somebody will hire you to fulfill their dream. Like that, if I tell me, sir, why you have joined in this college to teach us? Why don't you start an company or startup and you will have fulfill your dreams like that. So I used to tell that. So I create entrepreneurship, and then somebody is supposed to create entrepreneurs. So who will do that support, right? So that is what the reply I used to say. Because everyone thinks that even if you work for a company or for a college, they think uh, we are for a salary purpose only are doing it. So even the attendees also, we earlier to that offline classes and all. So online classes are very much we can able to connect easily, but helpful for interact also. Rather than if offline means so much of physical logistical expenses we have to do. So in that way also it was helpful for us. So I entirely wholeheartedly thanks the organizing team, Dr. Anboli sir, Dr. Niranjan. Throughout this 12 days, you guys keep on working, keep on posting during midnight also. Even I inspire with the uh, terminologies that you have used in the WhatsApp messages also. Because always we used to use all those common words only. But the technologies also has inspired us why we supposed to act as a this one faculty introducer or some activities that and all you have been given nicely for us. So I wholeheartedly thank the college of your management, your principal, and all the investigating team of the project, given me the opportunity for this wonderful FTP, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. All the resource persons are trained by Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, Tamil Nadu government. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So the PPTs in Google Google Drive folder or some other mail also, it will be useful instead of sharing in WhatsApp.
Some
overloading in mobile itself.
No issue, sir, but some resource person are not ready to share their PPT. If those who are ready to share, we will definitely put it in your email with the Google Drive and everything. The link will be posted. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Karthik, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Dr. M. Palnivelrajan, sir, is available. Dr. M. Palnivelrajan, sir.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. This is Mohana Priya, working an associate professor in Vellalar College of Engineering and Technology.
Just a minute, ma'am. Just a minute, ma'am. We are going by on the list. It is pretty difficult for me to be. Dr. Palnivelrajan, sir, you can go ahead. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Sir, it is not audible.
Sir, mic is in mute mode, sir.
No issue, sir. No issue, sir.
How audible, sir?
Yes, sir. You can go ahead, sir. You can go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, participants. First, I would like to thank the organizers of this FTP course on entrepreneurship under Thirumalai Nayakan College, Department of Business Administration, sponsored by Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, especially the coordinators, Dr. Anboli sir and Dr. Niranjani ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to participate in this successful 2 weeks FTP course on entrepreneurship. Overall, the program was very useful, informative, as well as more practical oriented. Almost all the resource persons were highly trained and experienced persons, well trainers of EDP program. So some of the important aspects to be covered by the entrepreneurship courses like unleashing entrepreneurship project scenario, the importance, need and practice, then cost of profit, break-even analysis, working capital, the case studies which were delivered by the resource persons were highly useful. The entrepreneurship development process and personality traits of entrepreneurs, basic skills for budding entrepreneurs and approaches for entrepreneurship program, how to promote entrepreneurship development programs, methodology, tools and techniques, then selecting potential entrepreneurs, rational for selection and assessing training needs, how to identify the business opportunities, environment scanning, and how to set up MSME with the government support, the rules and regulations of the government, then support available from the financial institutions, including banks, and role and responsibilities of supporting agencies like DIG, SIC, DI, MSME. Almost all the important aspects of the entrepreneurship were covered. So my special thanks to the organizers as well as the DSD as well as the college authorities to participate in this successful 2 weeks program on FTP on entrepreneurship. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Palnivel Rajan sir. Thank you so much. Dr. T. Bhavanapriya ma'am is there? Dr. T. Bhavanapriya ma'am is there? Ma'am,
Yes,
sorry ma'am, now you can go ahead ma'am. Sorry for the inconvenience ma'am. Now you can
no
go
problem.
ahead.
At the outset, I would like to thank Department of Science and Technology for sponsoring this workshop, faculty development program on entrepreneurship. And I would like to thank the management and principal of Mannar Thirumalai Nyayakar College for encouraging the faculty members to apply for this workshop or the faculty development program. And I thank the coordinators, Anboli sir and Niranjani ma'am, for organizing such a wonderful FDP. I even wonder what they are going to do for the 12 days. And the topic separation is also was very good. And I have learned many things. And this may help the faculties to encourage and empower the students in the field of entrepreneurship. Because only the innovative projects and the innovative entrepreneurship will be sustainable in future. And mainly I was attracted towards the financial support and services provided by the government and also the other agencies, and I have learned a lot through that. And through business plan preparation I was wondered how we are going to implement it, but the resource person who have handled that session also was very good. And I thought that what they are going to cover in business communication topic, it was very wonderful, and how it will be useful for the person who are doing business in abroad, and also while we are communicating with the other states, how we have to communicate, everything it has been covered. And the wholehearted thank for the coordinators who have applied for this uh, FDP and for the successful completion of this FDP also. And I have encouraged the students for the past 5 or 6 days, and I also have shared the financial supports that I have taken as a notes to the students, and they have also very much happy to see the support that has been given by many sources. And the students also have started to generate the ideas, and two was in implementation stage. So thank the coordinators uh, for encouraging the faculties to attend this program, and also this makes us to work on the entrepreneurship. So the successful is two ideas was generated through this FTP program, and thanks for the organizers who have organized this. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, you can also apply. All the participants can also apply after receiving the certificates through DST website. They will call for the proposals.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
There are a lot of programs are there. Even women EDP entrepreneurship development programs are there. It comes around 3-week program.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Faculty development program is for 2 weeks. Women
Yes, sir.
entrepreneurship development program for 3 weeks. And
Okay, sir.
from you are all from technology background, so you can apply for technology development entrepreneurship program. It is also for there for 2 weeks. So you can
Okay,
easily
sir.
apply and you can receive fund from the DST. So
Okay,
that
sir,
is
sure.
our motive. That is the motive of us. Not only we are applying, we want everybody have to apply. They have to receive fund. They have to create more awareness among the faculty members, women, and everybody.
Okay, sir. Sir, we have received for conducting entrepreneurship awareness program for the science and technology students, sir, but we have not yet received for the faculty, and this is such a wonderful program.
Continue apply, ma'am. It will come one day.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Because throughout India, we are all the colleges are applying, universities and everything. So
Okay, sir.
definitely you will get it one day.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful feedback, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
You so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Then we will move on to, again, I'm calling Mrs. Chitra Devi, ma'am, is there? Mrs. Chitra Devi, ma'am, is there? Mrs. Chitra Devi, ma'am. Dr. R. Jayabalan, sir. Dr. R. Jayabalan.
Yes, sir.
You can go ahead, sir. You can go ahead. You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Good afternoon. Always FTP program very useful us. Getting the different knowledge of different category of topic, the present scenario, entrepreneurship and needs and practice, and what are the plan, and the next what are the decision making, what are the factors, and prepare the project report and everything, and the business communication also. It is very useful as well as my students also. First of all, thanks Dr. Anboli sir and Niranjani madam. Thank you. Madam. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jayabalan, sir. Thank you, Jayabalan, sir. Again, Dr. Chitra madam is there. Dr. Chitra Devi ma'am is there. She is not available. Dr. C. Divya madam is there.
Yes, sir.
You
Sir,
can
my
go ahead.
camera is not.
No issue, ma'am. No issue, ma'am. Just you can go ahead. Your voice is not clear, ma'am. Your voice is breaking.
Yes, sir. Now, sir.
And now it is clear, ma'am. You can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for all the organizers of Mandar Tirumala Nayakar College, and especially my Anbali sir and DST team. And in this program, all the research persons gave a nice lectures, and it's very informative also. I learned many things from this programs, how to start a business, startup strategies, and how to become an entrepreneur, and continue it like that, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Then.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. Divya, ma'am. Thank you so much. We will. Dr. S. Devi Meenakshi, ma'am.
Can I share?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go ahead then. You can go ahead.
Sir, I am Manmohan Chaudhary from Uttarakhand, Dehradun. Maya Institute of
Welcome,
Technology
sir.
and
Welcome.
Management
Welcome.
from Mechanical Department. It was a nice session.
Sir, can you switch off your video? Your face will be recorded then. It will be good.
Yes, sir. I'm in the mountains right now. I was just traveling, so I was unable to speak earlier.
Okay, sir.
Right
okay,
now, I was here. So it was a nice session from MTN College. I'm from north part of India. So there was some linguistic barrier, but I tried to listen from your PPTs and try to gain the knowledge what your expert was saying. But it was a nice session, and I hope in future there will be many such type of session. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Manmohan Chaudhary, sir. He is the one among the participants who joined early and he will leave later. Thank you, sir. Then we will go upon Dr. S. Devi Meenakshi, ma'am. Dr. S. Devi Meenakshi, ma'am. Dr. Chitra Devi ma'am, you can press. Dr. Chitra Devi ma'am, don't use chat box because you are getting recording. Chitra Devi ma'am, I'm sorry if you use chat box for your feedback, your certificate will be withheld. I'm sorry. It is a part of the program, we have to record it. Chitra Devi ma'am, just switch on your camera and you can give your feedback. Chitra Devi ma'am, kindly don't use the chat box. Dr. S. Devi Meenakshi ma'am. Devi Meenakshi ma'am. Devi Meenakshi ma'am. Kanan sir, if you want, sir, you can present. Kanan sir, you can go ahead with your feedback. We are waiting for your feedback. That's why I thought I can put it in the last. So you are the senior person.
Hello, sir.
Tirupati sir,
Good
you can go ahead.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, yeah. I'm just opening my video too.
Okay, sir. Go ahead. Sir. Go ahead.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go ahead, sir. You can go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, these almost 2 weeks, the sessions are really good, sir, and I really got a lot of inputs related to the entrepreneurship, the expertise and the showcase skills demonstrated by the instructors on the session wise is really awesome, and we are really enriched with the new heights of the knowledge. And of course, there is a bit of vacation and fluctuations in the internet. However, especially the entrepreneurship related sessions and business plan preparation sessions, and some of the industry persons spoken about the ground realities of the difficulties. Those things are enveloped us as a package to explore more on this domain, to equip better knowledge and to transform those knowledge and of course resources in the classroom to really help the students as an instructor, to help myself at the same time to help the students to achieve a better heights of the knowledge. So to conclude, in a simple, I really admire and of course benefited with sessions during the last two weeks. And thank you very much. And thank you very much for the opportunity to be a part of this wonderful FDP, and coordinated by, well organized by the core team. And of course, they are really helped us with a lot of information and a kind of links, and pre-received all the sessions, and of course a corresponding information to the sessions, and meticulously vetted by the instructors, the content, and of course at the same time the coordination and support given by the organizing team or else the corresponding team. And of course they are really after us, like sometimes how we are after the students, to help them, to encourage more participation, to learn more. And to now, if I recall it, sometime because of the technical issues, I could not able to maybe continue for around 3.5 hours because of the technical issues. But apart from that, whatever the sessions, because all of the sessions I am there, except one day around 2.5 hours I was there. After that, because of the rain, I could not able to listen it. But if I recall all the sessions, and the instructors are pretty cool, and they are really super cool, and they are really given a lot of significant inputs. In fact, those inputs are helped us to explore more in the domain of entrepreneurship and business plan preparation, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much, and thank you all very much. And I'm just signing off, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Which department you belongs to, sir?
I'm belongs to the management department, sir.
The management department.
Management Department.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And much thankful to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mrs. Dipti. Mrs. Dipti. Bala Dipti. Then Dr. Meghanda Ganesh Kumar.
Yes, sir.
You can go ahead. You can go ahead. Dr. Sir, you can go ahead. You can go ahead. It's audible, sir. You can go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So first, I would like to thank Rumali Nayakar College and Department of Science and Technology for giving me to this opportunity to get know about different schemes of MSME, entrepreneurship environment, technology, IPR, and business plan. Up to the last session, business communication. So every session was highly informative for tuners. That means it will help to students community. Whatever knowledge we are acquired here, it will be definitely useful to the students community to make themselves from their perspective in job seeker to job makers. So it will help professor like us, will induce our views, not only in the placement, it also help to make a scope and create an identity in the field of entrepreneurship to the students community. So it's my duty, first I give my extend thanks to Professor Dr. Anboli sir and Dr. Niranjani madam for giving me to this opportunity to inculcate more knowledge about entrepreneurship. So thanks for this session. Each and every session was highly informative and highly practical, lively based. So thanks, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your wonderful feedback, sir. Thank you, sir. Any participants who have left out can give their feedback. Kannan sir, you can go ahead. We are waiting for you for a long time. Sir, we can't be able to hear you.
Oh, sorry. Sir, I have given my feedback every day and every time then and there.
We need the conclusion from your side. That's why I call you the last. As a senior person, you have to conclude and you have to guide us and you have to bless us for continuing all these sessions. Program also.
Instead of giving guide to you, I wondered about your performance, that you have given your contribution to us very dedicationally, and they were very surprised about how you made all the arrangements from the resource person, so many resource persons from the various places, and all together gathering the schedule of compatibility and making this session as online mode. It's a very difficult one, and I wonder about your dedication over to this conducting this program successfully. And the event was well organized. The speakers were engaged effectively. Speakers means resource persons, especially Dr. P. Jacqueline and Sharif sir, Indumati madam, Dr. Ramachandran, who is also working along with you, and Archana Sivakumar. She has given me extensively new strategy of startups, private funding for startups, how to register for MSME, and what are the supporting documents required for the same registration, eligibility criteria for MSME, Udayam, like that. And Muhammad Sharif sir has given various valuable idea about the business planning, its types and the futures of the same. Please keep on extending my warm feedback to them, because they empowered us totally. The Raja Balaji Krishna Bharati sir, he has highlighted in his presentation about an investor, his role and responsibilities in detailed explanation. Also, he has in a person who is an entrepreneur by means of, and also Dr. S. Dilipan Kumar. It may be continued. There is no end. So at last, I went The event was well organized by both of you, and the platform have been given to you by your college authorities. The resources were engaged effectively. At last, I want to thank you for both your consistent support, guidance, and the insights of both of you made this FTP very successful